Hi everyone, welcome to Our Philippine Life. I'm Todd, this is Leilani,
Hi. Hi.
and Hazel is at work today. Um, Today I want to talk about the decisions that we've made regarding our home and where we're going to build it. We had seriously considered a place called Palawan, which has an ocean view, although there is a shipyard there, and we were concerned about noise from the cranes unloading the ships, especially at night where sound can travel. I'm told there's no real noise during the day, but at night there certainly could be, and that's not really what we wanted. So we decided against that, and we were leaning favorably towards Summit Point Golf and Country Club Residential Estates. That's a big name, but that's what it's called. And that's east of Lipa City, at the foothills of two different mountains. And one is Mount Malariat or something like that, and the other Mount Makikling. Anyways, they're big mountains. They run from Santo Tomas southwards, and this golf course is right there, nestled at the foot of the mountains. Um, it is very beautiful there, and surprisingly affordable if you pay in cash, which we can do. So we were giving serious consideration to that. And then Sawako woke me up to tell me that she had found a special deal on a Camellia-owned development called Plantation Meridian. And that is one of Camella Homes' developments on the south side of Lipa City. And it was rather beautiful, but all the houses look pretty much identical. They're all cookie cutter type houses. And so um, we were interested in it mainly because the Drina model, which is what was being advertised, is a 4-bedroom house that was being advertised for, I think it was 2.6 million or 2.7 roughly. And that's substantially lower than their normal sale price. And to top it off, it was being advertised as a 172 square meter lot. Normally, the Drina sits on a 99 square meter lot. So we were excited about that. We had our sales agent go out to the property, look it over, talk to the Camellia folks, and it was really kind of strange. Of course, in the Philippines, when y'all are awake, here in Florida, we're asleep, or at least supposed to be asleep, but I was up all night last night. I haven't slept in 36 hours. So if I seem a little cockeyed, that's the reason why. But thanks to massive doses of Diet Coke, I am still awake, still conscious. And basically what happened was we found out that that sale that was being advertised is something called a sample computation, which means it's all hypothetical. They don't have any lots at 172 square meters, although they do have a couple of other large lots, but the Drina is not being offered at that price on those lots. They did offer us an 80,000 peso discount, and they said that if we paid in cash, there would be an additional discount. And I asked, okay, what is the additional discount? What would the final sale price really be, since the sample computation is just make-believe? And they wouldn't tell us. strangely enough, they wouldn't tell us. They said until we put the money down, they're not going to tell us what the real price is. And I asked, okay, well, supposing we put a 20,000 peso or 30,000 peso deposit to hold it for 90 days. Would they go for that? And then we'll pay in cash the whole amount. And they said no, but what they would do is take a 30,000 peso deposit and hold it for 30 days. And then we are contractually obligated to begin making monthly payments of at least 50,000 pesos, which is more than $1,000 per month. And, you know, that's what they want to do, and they haven't even told us what the real price is, nor would they tell us until we paid them that cash deposit. So I was really not inclined to do that, frankly. And furthermore, while we were negotiating with them, two other Camellia representatives contacted us by email. One contacted me directly, and the other contacted Hazel directly. And the one who contacted me said, "Oh, we've got this special deal going on at Camellia Lipa," which is not the same development. They have smaller lots, and it's in the northern part of Lipa City, whereas Plantation is in the southern part. And I said, well, no, I wasn't really interested in that. And then the one who contacted Hazel said, well, there are no lots available in Plantation. It's all been sold out. And we know that's not true because we were offered two different lots there. So we know there are at least two lots for sale there, and she's telling us it's all sold out. So the whole thing just sounded fishy. And I declined pursuing it any further. And that was disappointing for us. And it was disappointing for our sales agent, who worked very hard for several hours. She's actually from Batangas City, but she drove to Lipa City to do this for us, and we couldn't negotiate a fair price. And I'm not going to be contractually bound to a property when I know I cannot make the monthly payments. Now, I am expecting a lump sum amount of money to come to me sometime within the next 90 days. Could be 9 days, could be 9 weeks, could be 90 days. I don't know. But it's coming. It's coming soon. But they were not willing to wait. And so, as far as I'm concerned, the negotiation ended. And so Hazel and I was up until dawn, and Hazel got up to go to work, and we talked about it. And basically, we are pretty much in agreement that the place we want to live at is Summit Point Golf and Country Club Residential Estates, residences, something like that. So anyways, that's what we're looking at. And the reason we're looking at that is because they have very good prices on their lots. Their lots are going at 5,100 pesos per square meter. And if you pay in cash, you get a 10% discount. And their lots are not all huge. Some of them are large, but some of them are as small as 204 square meters. The lot we're most interested in is about 250 square meters, and it's not overlooking the golf course. It's on the other end, the other corner of the development, where when you look out the front door, hi, Anna, bye-bye. When you look out the front door, the front windows, what you see is a wall of trees, and rising up beyond that is Mount Malariat, or something like that. And it's very beautiful. You can Google it and see the images I'm talking about. And it's just Google Summit Point, Lipa City, and you'll see how beautiful it is. The golf course there is sprawling. It's just really, really beautiful. And there are very few homes there, maybe a couple dozen. But it's spread out over a broad area. And in the corner where I want to build, there's really nobody there, just trees. And the place is very clean. It has double security gate. So when you go in, you have to be checked twice before you get access to the home area. And, they have golf carts you can rent for 200 pesos a day, unless you want to buy your own. Um, and they have sidewalks that go everywhere. They have a beautiful swimming pool, all the amenities. And as I mentioned in the last video, they've got this humongous clubhouse. Looks like a palace. Um, I thought maybe it was a shopping mall or something, but it's actually a clubhouse, and you can go there and eat there. Of course, you have to pay for your meals, but as a resident, you are allowed to take part in activities at the clubhouse. I can even go play golf all day long for 2,000 pesos, and that includes a caddy and whatever paraphernalia you need as a golfer. Um, that's not really my interest, but I do like the idea of waking up to a beautiful environment. I'm accustomed to vacationing in the Smoky Mountains of the United States, and you're not in the mountains there, but you can see the mountains just a short distance away. And the air is cool and clean, and big open sky with palm trees and shade trees everywhere you look. And the streets are very quiet and very little traffic on it. So, we could go for a walk and not be mowed down by traffic. Um, I think it's really a very good deal. And so, if you look at the price of the lot, which I think was like actually 255 square meters times 5,100 less 10% for a cash payment. And it comes out to be very affordable. Um, Now, the next phase would be building the house. And Hazel feels very strongly that we should not build the house right away, because we've spoken to a couple of different, 2 or 3 different contractors, and we get different prices, and they're rather vague as to what their price means. Some people tell us that you can get a very nice finish for 20,000 per square meter. Other people say, no, it's going to take at least 25,000 per square meters. And a couple of others have said, no, you need 30,000 per square meters. And so what we're going to have to do is actually look at somebody eyeball to eyeball in their office and pick out the tiles and say, okay, if we have wood floor tiles, or even a wood finish vinyl tile, but it looks like wood, and this is what it looks like, how much would this cost? And if we have this kind of paint, how much would that cost? And we have to really break it down and be specific, because until you do that, you don't know what you're getting. You could say, oh, I'll just spend 2.5 million for a house, and you can pay 2.5 million, but what kind of a house will you get? And if you engage these contractors in dialogue, they kind of play the two-step, well, yeah, you'll get a nice house. No, it's not an elegant house, but it's a nice house. Well, what does nice house mean? Well, and so you go back and forth, and we're not going to play that game. We're going to probably buy the lot because it's in a beautiful, ideal location, a corner, far from the clubhouse, far from the central part of the golf club or the golf course. But it's overlooking the trees and the mountains. I actually had one of their sales reps tell me, oh, you don't want to be there. You're far away from the golf course. You want to be at the fairways. all you're going to see over there are trees and mountains. I chuckled. I said, yeah, that's the point. That's what I want. Trees and mountains, not the golf course. I don't want to have some fly ball, golf ball shoot through my bedroom window in the afternoon. Um, so, as it turns out, our sales agent is also a representative of the developer, who is Santa Lucia or something like that. It's a big company, and like Camellia is a big company. Santa Lucia is also a big company in the Philippines, and she's a sales agent for them. So she's going to go out and get photographs of the lot in question and kind of look around and take pictures of our view so we know what we'd be getting. And as soon as we're able to do this, we're probably going to go ahead and buy that lot, but we're not going to build on it until we arrive in 2018. And one other thing that we've learned, and actually I remember this from way back 10 years ago when we were getting married. Papa, which is Hazel's father, um, he is from the island of Catanduanes, and he knows a lot of people there. And he is friends with a contractor who hires builders to go to Manila and stay on site at Manila. They'll build a house and then go back to Catanduanes. And he told me when I got married to his daughter that if I ever want to build a house, he can arrange to have it built at a very advantageous price. Well, we may actually take him up on that. He just happened to be at her sister's house when Hazel called last night and spoke to her sister, who is in Manila. And Papa was there, and we talked to him. And he said, "Oh yeah, not a problem. Don't worry about the contractors in Lipa City. I'll send my guys out there, and you'll get a good house at a very good price." So that sounds promising. He said, all you got to do is show the plans, and we can easily pick up the plans from a website called PinoyEplans.com. And they have a couple of different houses, one for 93 square meters and another for 108 square meters. And they're very, very similar designs. One is slightly bigger and better, but they're bungalow type houses. So my poor knees, which have gone through surgery recently, will not have to climb up the stairs to get to the second floor. Um, it's it's a beautiful design and very comfortable to live in. And put that house into a beautiful resort, um, surrounded by open skies, shade trees, and mountains off in the distance. I think I could get used to that. I'm just saying. I don't know, but I think it sounds good, and Hazel is inclined to go for that. And our sales rep says she's been there before, and it is a very beautiful place. So we're trying to persuade two or three of our sisters, her sisters, to drive out there and take a look at it. And so that will be another confirmation. But as it stands right now, that is our decision. We're going to put the beachfront lot up for sale. We thought about keeping it, and if we can't sell it, we're going to have to keep it. Maybe put a little bahay kubo out there, bamboo house. But we're going to try to sell it aggressively. I'm going to be taking out ads over the weekend in islandproperties.com and a couple of other websites, OLX. And so there'll be at least 4 different websites advertising our beachfront property. I'm going to ask maybe $2 million or maybe just 1.7. something like that, 1.8, 1.9, something like that. Maybe get it below 2 million to make it more attractive. And, if a buyer comes along and says, I got cash, will you take this? The answer is yes. Yeah, sure. We'll take that. And then I know we're going to have an adequate cash flow. We're not going to be worried about money. Without selling the beach, it's going to take pretty much all the money we got to build a house. But I think it'll be worth it. By the time we retire in 2018, my pension will be in full effect, and it's a very nice pension, so I'm not too worried about things at that point. But the trick is to build a nice house without going over budget, because you don't want to run out of money in any country, the U.S. or the Philippines. You gotta have money to live, and income is nice, but cash in the bank is even better. So that's where we're at. By the way, I've had several people comment from the last couple of videos that I've done, last 2 or 3 vlogs, where people have said that they would prefer, if it were them, they would prefer the mountain view. A couple of people said they prefer the ocean view, but I think the majority of responses we've got were in favor of the mountain view, and it looks like that's what we're going to go with. And part of the reason for that is Leilani, is going to be riding tricycles soon and pedaling around through the streets, and we don't want that to be in a busy street where she might get hit by a car. Better that occur in a quiet, remote location where she can, learn to ride a tricycle and a bicycle, and where we can go for walks in the evening, watch the sunset, or get up early in the morning and watch the sunrise, and just have a relaxed lifestyle. So that's where we're going as of now. We hope to have our agent provide us with photographs in a few days, maybe a week, and we'll just see what we can do. But my inclination is, as soon as I get my lump sum cash payment given to me, I'm probably going to jump on that Summit Point lot. So, as always, let me know what you think. Was that a good decision? Do you agree? Have you looked at Summit Point on Google? And do you agree that that's a beautiful place? We would like to know what you would do in that situation. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.